A couple of months ago, we discussed the subject of grandparents raising their grandchildren. Well, we realized that we had only scratched the surface at that time, so we're devoting an entire show to that subject, but in more depth. Kathy Dial is president of Kin and Kids Consulting. She's been working with me on this project, and we agreed that the best way to start was with basic resources. And that's where Tara Forbes comes in. She is a benefit program supervisor for the Norfolk Department of Human Services. She's spent a lot of time with grandparents who need financial support and other kinds of support as well. But thanks for joining me today to talk about resources, which is so important, but people often don't know where to start when it comes to looking for help in a situation that they never may have anticipated happening in the first place. So, Kathy, you have been dealing with this issue and the people involved in it for many years.
I've been working with him now since about 2002, and I get questions. I'm here, I have my grandchildren, now what do I do? Where do I go for resources? And they really just don't know where to go. And I'm so thrilled you had Tara come on today to help answer some of those questions.
That's right, because resources can mean a lot of things, but in the area of public assistance, it can be very, very overwhelming to navigate if you're not familiar with the system. Even if you are, you may not realize that you are perhaps eligible to receive some benefits or support, either because for you or for your grandchild or because of your grandchild.
Well, most grandparents just want something for the child,
Yeah.
and so they are eligible because they're not applying for themselves. So their resources and income is not countable, and a lot of people don't realize that their income won't count toward the benefit for the child being eligible.
Okay, that's huge. I mean, that's something
That's big.
Yeah.
And the child, they can also apply for Medicaid, and if they're approved for TANF, there's the possibility that they'll be eligible for child care. So before in school, after school, and daycare is important because some grandparents work.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we're all, sitting in a rocking chair, whiling away the hours and suddenly have a child. This is for people who are already busy, and grandparents can be a range of ages. So the TANF is the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, which is a cash assistance program. Is that correct?
Yes, it is a cash assistance, and it's based on the number of children is the payment amount in which you would receive.
Okay, and that would be based on the grandparents' household income or the...
No, just the poverty level that's set by the state.
Okay. All right, so the state has some guidelines that you would go by, but someone like Tara could tell you whether or not you might be actually eligible for this. So it's worth checking into. And of course, one of the benefits is that you then may qualify for child care assistance, which includes those before and after school programs, which is a huge help for anybody, but particularly when you're cash strapped.
Yes.
Now, Medicaid is certainly something that children that are related. Now, what about children who are not related?
Well, for the children who are not related, the City of Norfolk does have the General Relief Program, and you're entitled to one payment, a monthly payment of $122 a month.
Okay.
If you're not related to the child in which you've taken into your home.
Okay. And there are certainly situations where that's the case. They may say, well, grandchild, but really it's,
Yeah, most of them
else's.
may be someone's friend's child, or the neighbor decided to take someone's child because different things happen in homes that's uncontrollable. So they do take other people's children. And although the 122 doesn't sound like a lot, it is at least helpful. And they can also apply for Medicaid for that child.
So yes, and that, I mean, those little bits of money can really add up to make a huge difference. What about the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program? This used to be called food stamps, now it's SNAP.
Yes, now it's called SNAP, and the SNAP program is an income-based program, and it's based on the income of the household.
Okay.
So where for TANF, the income of the grandparent who's not applying for themselves, that income is not countable. But for SNAP, that income would be countable because it is the entire household.
Okay, so there are some distinctions between the programs, but again, if you contact the Department of Human Services number on the screen, you can go to the Virginia Department of Social Services website, and they spell out everything on each of the programs, and you can learn a little bit more, but find out too if you may qualify. Also, you can go online because there's an online program called Common Help that you can also try and see if you might be eligible for some of them. But it's always nice to have somebody to talk to. And I know, Tara, for you, you see a lot of people that really do need that extra help.
We do see a lot of people, and right now, I would say we have about maybe 470 cases of grandparents who have applied and receive assistance for their grandkids.
Okay, and that's in Norfolk?
That's in Norfolk.
Through the Department of Human Services.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's a lot of people to work with, but I know that they are grateful for any help they can get.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's more. And now the state has made it easier because the renewals are once a year. So with that, it's not as much paperwork.
Yeah.
You don't have to come in as often, or you don't have to be seen face to face. So they're trying to make it as easy as possible for the recipient.
All right, well, good. That's good to know, so people aren't intimidated. You see up on the screen now, we have some information about Social Security benefits, their death benefits, and disability benefits for your grandchildren. Also, there is information about income taxes. It happens to be the season, but this is year-round. The AARP has a real person that'll answer the phone, answer your questions that you may have. Because of your particular situation, you may get some breaks, and I think, Kathy, you probably know about those just because you
Well, some of them are eligible for the earned income tax credit once they have custody and they are taking care of their grandchild full time.
Okay,
So
the
that's
EITC is a big one.
Yes, earned income tax credits. And let's go back to talking about the Social Security death benefits. I encourage my grandparents who are raising the grandchild due to the death of a parent to look into that to see if it can help the child. And also, if the grandchild has a disability, to look to apply for disability benefits for the child.
Great, and you can go online and get more information about that. There's a wealth of information. You just need to know where to look and what to look for. So these are at least some guidelines to get you started on exploring the resources available to you, particularly, you know, at a time that you may not have anticipated ever happening. But there are programs, resources, services available. And again, I still feel like we're just scratching the surface, but it's a start. So hopefully we'll be able to keep repeating this. And thank you, Kathy, for helping me with this, and Tara for sharing your knowledge about the public assistance programs. Again, people just need to make the call or come and see you over at the Huntersville section. See, now I've made you all popular. Thanks for joining me. When we come back, a fascinating look at how a child's brain development is affected by trauma.